Social media has become the new normal of today's society, but it has a lot of flaws and drawbacks for mental health. However, I don't believe that we should avoid using social media. Instead, we should control ourselves how to use it. I made this video to remind us that the digital world is not everything. It is still possible to enjoy our days without it. And this is how I spend my day without social media. I started the day by stretching myself up so that my blood flows to all over my body and I don't easily stress out during the day. This part is also important so we can regulate the dopamine release evenly. After that, usually I make a tea and then ingest it. Then I take a walk for about an hour, of course without music nor phones. I try to pay attention to the surrounding and hoping that I get an idea for anything. Or if I have a problem, I try to solve that while I'm walking. This is important because problem solving is one of crucial skills that everybody must have. But nowadays, we hardly mind wandering to get an idea or solve problem. We often busy with our phones or ask Google to solve our problems. But we never ask ourselves to solve it. After I walk, I meditate. So this is one of my unusual hobby. I love meditating since forever, since I was a kid. You should try it too. Maybe you like it. Take a deep breath, feel the air enter your lung, hold your breath, imagine all the red blood cells take the oxygen from your lungs, feel the heat that produced by the oxygen, and then exhale. It'll make you more calm, it'll clear your mind so we can focus and think deep. Then I got back home. At first, a day without social media can be very boring. Like you are 24/7 online, every time you get bored you just grab your phones and check Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, whatsoever automatically for hours and hours, and then suddenly you're not. It's kind of boring. But actually boredom is important. That is when your brain starts to wander. That is where the original ideas come from. Because you're bored, so you focus 100% on your surrounding or yourself. Like when you see a pen. Busy people wouldn't even bother if there is a pen or not in the house. But if we are bored and we are an art person, maybe we start to draw. Or if we are a musician, we start to play music with it. Or maybe if we are a business person, maybe we start to think business plan to sell a pen. It can be anything. So the next things I do is exercise to stay healthy, both physically and mentally. Remember, if you're planning to quit social media or limiting the use of social media, you have to enjoy doing it. And to enjoy means that you have to do something useful and also fun. If you haven't do exercise for a long time, you can start with just stretching up and warm ups. After that, a couple of push up or skipping, and then do light activities. But for me, I love martial arts. It's also part of my life since forever, the same as meditating. Those two is some kind of irreplaceable for me. But if you like to do something else, that's okay. Like soccer, basketball, dancing, swimming, anything, or even try a new sport. So, after doing exercise for an hour or two, it's nearly sundown, usually at 6 p.m. in Jakarta. The next thing that I do is spend my time doing my hobby. You could do it too. What is it that you like? I'm more into an art person, so either drawing, thinking what the next video that I want to make, or playing music, guitar. From what I heard, that playing music can improve your cognitive thinking because you use both hands to coordinate to play music, and also everyone likes music, right? Even if it's only just listening to them. So that's about it. That's one day of activity without social media. It's still not enough time though. And one last thing that I do is that I usually mind wandering before going to bed. Imagine random things, fantasy, UFO, aliens, magic, anything to improve my creativity. Also, planning what I want to do in the future, breaking it down from year to month to weeks to day. Also, reevaluate myself, what I have done wrong, how am I able to fix it in the future, and then go to sleep.